everybody, what's going on? It's your girl Merle, and today we're gonna be making a recipe that I'm really excited about. There was this viral recipe that I saw on TikTok. It's not because I'm 30 years old. It's not because I'm 30 years old. It's not because I'm 30 years old. The name of this TikTok pasta is spaghetti all'assassina. Spaghetti all'assassina. L'assassina, I'm sure you can put together, means assassin. Killer pasta. I saw this TikTok where this account called the Pasta Queen, and she is a queen. And she tells this great story and she whips together this traditional Italian pasta dish. And you know what hooked me? Besides her riz and her freaking pizzazz and her like storytelling and her fit and her energy, the pasta, the tomatoes. There were so many tomatoes. It was like a very tomato heavy, garlic heavy dish. Those are two things that I love. I notoriously made my own roasted pasta sauce when I worked in Tasty, and I made a bunch of jars. I jarred them, I had them in the office. I would use them and I would eat stuff with it, but I'd also get caught eating it out of the jar by itself. And I'm not ashamed. Anyway, this pasta features a less common method for cooking pasta. We're gonna be tossing it right in the pan. We're gonna be cooking it in the sauce, in a pan. We're gonna be burning it. Sounds wild, I know. I'm just so excited that there's like a viral recipe that is just inherently vegan. So according to the Pasta Queen, the recipe originated when a drunk cook was like adding too much garlic and chili to his pasta sauce, and he was distracted by this beautiful lady. And then while he was distracted, he took his pasta and he just threw it in the pan with his crushed tomatoes. And he was like, oh my God, no problem. I can take care of this. And he's just taking in the sights and sounds and smells of Italy. And he burns the pasta. But don't fret, because he just rolls with the punches and flips the pasta around. You know, that's what you have to do if you're drunk and you're cooking. It's just, or just any time, soberly cooking. You mess it up, you sometimes just gotta roll with the punches. I also heard that this recipe was originated by Enzo Francavilla. That's kind of a less fun story.
You know, he had these two northern Italians come into his restaurant. They said they wanted a savory pasta dish. He tossed this whole thing together. He burnt the pasta, whatever.
And then I guess one of the customers said, hey, that's a killer pasta. I think the first one's pretty fun. And also, let me say one disclaimer. Anytime I do any kind of dish, even scraping against Italian cuisine, the Italians come in the comment section with their torches and their pitchforks. And you know what? Bring it on. There's no way I can satisfy everyone. I'm gonna do my best. I looked at a bunch of different recipes. I'm just doing our best out here, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is make our tomato broth. And we're gonna need a medium saucepan. Whoa, I almost just knocked myself in the head. And we're gonna add about 2.5 cups of tomato sauce or crushed tomatoes into the saucepan. Then we're gonna add about 3.5 cups of water in there as well. And we're just gonna bring that to a simmer. Here's my camera. It's gonna be in the shot because there's no other way for me to do this. Now you make sure you got a pan that's gonna fit your spaghetti. You need a big pan. Basically just don't use a non-stick pan, because you want it to be able to form like a crust on the bottom when we burn the pasta to the pan. Cast iron's probably ideal, but my cast iron was too small. And sorry, I'm not buying another one just for this. Let's go over the stuff. All right, so we're gonna add our olive oil to our pan. And I have the pan at about a medium heat. And now we're gonna add in some red pepper flakes and some garlic. I already love the simplicity of this dish. It's just like cutting straight to the good parts for me. Like all the things I love the most in a pasta. We have our tomato broth over here simmering at the same time. You can go ahead and add a few pinches of salt in there if you want. So we want to stir up our garlic and red pepper flakes until the garlic just starts to brown. Ooh, it already smells so good in here. I can smell the olive oil and the garlic and the tomato. It's like a nice cacophony of scents. Is cacophony the word? You want to stir this up so the garlic gets evenly browned. Okay, so it's starting to brown, so we're gonna take our tomato paste and we're gonna add that into the pan as well. And we're gonna kind of press it into the pan and like spread it out. If it seems like it's getting too hot or it's burning, just turn the heat down a bit. Now we're gonna ladle in about 1/2 cup of our tomato broth right into the pan. Be careful when you're dealing with hot oil, of course. Now we've got that in there. I'm just gonna stir it up again to combine it with everything. And you'll see it's kind of turning into a thick tomato sauce at the bottom there. Now we're gonna take our spaghetti and we're gonna try to fit that in the pan. Oh, just barely. And I don't want to break it because I know I'll be punished by the Italian overlords if I do. Once it gets a little cooked through, it'll fit in there a lot easier. Now we're gonna ladle about a cup of our tomato broth in there. It like just fits. Ooh, it makes me nervous. So we're gonna let this cook for about 3 minutes, and then we're gonna ladle in another like cup and a half of our tomato broth in there, and we're gonna repeat this process. Things are gonna get all kinds of burnt and crispy in here. So you can use your ladle or your spoon to kind of move the pasta around so that it fits in there better. So I'm gonna let this go for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna add a cup and a half of water. Then I'm gonna let it cook for another 3 minutes. I'm gonna add another cup and a half of water. And then around like 9 to 10 minutes, the pasta's gonna start sort of crackling and sizzling. It's already sort of starting to stick there. Since we're cooking this directly in the pan, it's probably gonna take around twice as long as it would if we were just boiling it in water. If you like yours al dente and you normally cook it for like 11 minutes, this will probably take closer to like 20 to 25 minutes. But it's time for us to check underneath our pasta to see if it's starting to get burnt. Is it? I don't know if it is. We just need to let it stay here and cook a bit more. The pasta itself is still super, super firm. It just needs to kind of get crisped up and like basically caramelize the bottom of the pan. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, there we go. Let's go. I burned it. There's some burnage. That's burnt pasta right there. Basically, we're gonna continue to let it sort of caramelize, burn, and then we're gonna flip it, let it cook until the pasta is done. And you will be the one who knows when it's done. So just keep testing it, trying it to make sure it's at your level of al dente that you want it to be. See, these are the little burnt bits that are gonna be flavor blasts in our sauce and for our pasta. Look at the color of this spaghetti. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I'm gonna add the rest of my tomato broth in there. I'm gonna let this finish up. Woo, this is a messy recipe, that's for sure. All right, definitely break out your spatter guard and let this baby do its thing. Wow, it looks so beautiful. Look how pretty it is. And I even put the little piece of parsley on top so it looked nice for y'all. Well, here comes my favorite part where I get to actually try this. I'd be lying if I said I didn't choose to do this video because I want to eat this. It's a little bit of an involved, messy process, but it is one pot. It's a one-pot dish, so that's really cool. Definitely get a spatter guard if you're gonna make it. The color of this is so different than any other pasta I've had. Is it a killer pasta? Let's see. Woo! That is so much tomato. Damn. Okay, so weird thing about me, when I have something with a lot of acidity or sour things, it makes me sweat. I don't know why, it just does. Holy moly, that is so flavorful. Oh my God, delicious. I'm literally sweating. And it's not from the spiciness. When I make this again, because I will make this again, because this is so freaking good, I will definitely add more chili peppers. Oh baby, that is good. This could be a great dish to make for friends, like for a dinner party or something, because you make a whole pan of it, or for yourself and you can meal prep it all week. The pasta is cooked perfectly. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you're a big fan of tomatoes, this is the dish for you. I'm gonna plow through this pot in no time, I can already tell you. I'm gonna give this an 8.8 out of 10. It's fantastic. It's simple enough to make, it's delicious. The pasta's cooked perfectly. Wow. Thank you, Pasta Queen, for bringing this recipe to light for me. I hope you guys enjoy. If there's any other recipes you'd like to see me make, let me know. If you want to hang out with me between videos, I've got a Twitch and I have a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, all my social links are in the description. Swing by, say hello. I'm in there almost every day. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you next Tuesday. Does this happen to anybody else? Does anybody else sweat when there's a lot of like acidity? Wow, you know what? My normal like sign off is more appropriate right now than it ever has been. Ciao for now.